Hello everyone, and welcome to the Dice Commando YouTube channel. I'm Andrew, with you here as always. This is the Commando Cast, a video cast about all things Star Wars Destiny. This video and others like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. Please show your support with a like and subscribe, and be sure to hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss any new videos. If you want to get involved with the channel, consider becoming a channel member. There are many benefits to channel membership, including access to our Discord, exclusive deck tech and strategy videos, and the opportunity to help create channel content. I want to sincerely thank all our channel members, as I truly couldn't do this without your support. You guys rock. Go Commando.
We are well into week 3 of spoiler season for ARH3 High Stakes, and we've already seen quite a generic build strategy emerge. That's right, I'm talking red no blanks Jar Kai, which is shaping up to be a very generic, flexible, and pretty inclusive build strategy for red blue heroes. So today we are talking no blanks red Jar Kai. Hey Destiny friends, and welcome back to the Commando Cast. Thanks for joining me again. Yeah, man, things are just, the set looks freaking phenomenal, right? But hey, we've pounded on that. So today, what I really wanted to focus on was something I'm very excited about the set, and it's kind of interesting because it's not really character specific. And if you really think about kind of the grand scheme of rotation or whatever that may end up really looking like in the future, this is a build plan, a sub strategy, whatever you want to call it. That looks really good, it looks really flexible, and it looks like it's going to be with us for a long time, because it's really only dependent on 2 cards, and kind of the other pieces of it, the weapons of it, are pretty interchangeable. Obviously, some are better than others, but I mean, it's pretty interchangeable. So specifically what I'm talking about is, and this is a hero build, at least for the moment, this is a hero build, but specifically what I'm talking about is the red no blanks Jar Kai build. So let's recall Jar Kai, right? Jar Kai came out in Redemption. It is a 1-drop upgradability form. Now it's a neutral form. Blue character only, limit 1 form per character. No surprise there, but it gives attached character +2 limit. Before you resolve an attached character's weapon die, if that character has 2 or more weapons on it, increase its value by 1. So this got a lot of attention in Redemption. A lot of people tried it with Qui-Gon specifically. It was more of a hero side build, at least. I mean, it's a neutral, so you can play it either way. But I think most of what we saw it with, at least people trying it with, was on the hero side. And it was out there, but it never really made super waves in the meta. However, the next piece of this puzzle we just saw spoiled earlier this week. Actually, it was late last week by Destiny Junior, but it's Cara Dune's blaster. So it's a 2-drop upgrade weapon. This one's a hero one, which is why this is a hero functional build. So it's a 1/2 2-for-1 +2 shield and a blank. Great. Attached character's weapon dice showing blanks may be resolved as melee damage with a value of 1. Right. So that's the big thing with Jar Kai, right? So Jar Kai again, right? Let's just remember, Jar Kai gives a +1 if there are 2 or more weapons on the character, and now Cara Dune's blaster gives everything melee with a value of 1, which means that when resolving Jar Kai, that's right, folks, when you're resolving Jar Kai, your blanks become a 2. Right? I mean, everything else gets a bonus too, but you never roll in a blank. You roll in, sometimes your blanks are going to be better than some of your other stuff on there, right? This is very, very, very strong, right? So, there's been a lot of talk. The reason Jar Kai has been getting so much talk lately is because, I mean, primarily because of Ahsoka, right? Ahsoka with her weapon thing, looking very strong there, being able to roll them in and get the bonus from Jar Kai, independent of her lightsabers. No secret there. We've talked about that plenty. But the combination of being able to Cara Dune's blaster with Jar Kai is a very, very, very scary prospect, because, hey, who doesn't? I mean, advanced training, we used to have a plot for that, right? Where you'd roll in a blank and resolve it for something. And then you had Phasma, who was a little overcosted because of that ability to turn that blank that was turned into something into melee. This is all right there on one upgrade that's going to let you get bonuses out of anyway, and then another upgrade that's pretty good in of itself, and I'll be, with the Jar Kai, becomes a 2, 3, 3 +3, right? And so on, right? So again, it's not really a very complicated strategy to understand. I mean, you just pretty much need to play 2 of Cara Dune's blasters. It's unique, but it doesn't matter because you really need it. I mean, you don't really need it, but it's kind of like icing on the cake. And yeah, so some other cards that I, really like with this. I mean, Lightsaber Tonfa is kind of this Lightsaber Tonfa came out in Redemption. I really like the design of that card just with the uber flexibility of it. It's a 0/1/1, at least on the melee side, but it has a blank, which, with Cara Dune's blaster on, becomes a 1, and the Jarkai becomes a 2. And that's just for 1, and then you can charge it if you want, but more than likely you're going to lay it down for the 1 in a Jarkai build and then overwrite it. We have the DC-17 Hand Blaster. There were some jokes flying around about the John Wick deck. I think that was the Qui-Gon deck. But this guy's got 3 damage sides, but oh wait, with Cara Dune's blaster, he's got 5 damage sides, and he's a 1-drop. Woof, dude. Woof. Not to mention the fact that you've got Security Baton out there. Now, I want to call specific. I'm not saying Security Baton is the end-all, right? Depending on how you're playing it, you may or may not want to play Security Baton, but I want to call special attention to this one because after you roll this die into your pool, you may re-roll it. It's not after you activate, right? So after you roll this die into your pool, you may re-roll it. So if you have this on Ahsoka, you get the rewrite. I'm just saying, if you're triggering this on Ahsoka or something like that with like a red-blue, obviously you're not probably playing Ahsoka with Cara Dune, but remember, you don't need to play Cara Dune just to play Cara Dune's blaster. So there's a lot of really, really sexy stuff here. And actually on the sim I'm showing right now, right, Yoda's lightsaber's not on there, but it's a great, fantastic 1-drop. It has no blanks. Now, you're not getting the Jarkai bonus out of the specials, but everything else does. And again, you can overwrite it. You can overwrite it if you need. And that's kind of one of the beauties of, in my opinion, one of the beauty things of the Jarkai build is that you generally in like a red-blue, especially because we're talking hero here, right? In a red-blue hero, you're kind of in a little more of a money crunch, especially when you're, right, because binds only gives it to the blue upgrades, right? So you're basically stuck on merchant for your generic ramp. And you do run in a little bit more of the money choke type issues. That said, if you're playing someone like Ahsoka, where you're just throwing more dice in, and those dice don't have blanks, and they're resolving for +1, I don't know. This is really, really, really cool. So, I don't know how much more there is to say about this. I realize this isn't going to be a super long video. I get it. But just the pure beauty and simplicity of this, and again, the fact that, let's talk future. Jarkai came out in Redemption. Cara Dune's blaster comes out in this next set. So even, I don't know what the future of rotation looks like. I don't know if ARH is going to decide to do a block type rotation, or if they decide to do just a set-by-set rotation, a chain rotation. But either way, there's no way that this build as just an archetype, which is completely, we're always going to have blue characters that have melee sides. Like, I'm pretty confident saying that's going to be a thing, right? And we're always going to have some sort of red character in the 13 to 14 point range, maybe the 12 point range, that does stuff and is a functional character. I think that's also a pretty fair statement. So I think this is something that's going to be a function. This is a functional. It's very flexible. It's not very dependent on the weapons. The only 2 pieces you need are Jarkai and Cara Dune's blaster, and you just need to pick your characters around it. And this is going to be with us for a long, long, long time. It's going to be always there. Again, like I said, again, in the last meta, Jarkai wasn't super great, but, your blanks also weren't hitting for 2. So, like I said, I think this is going to be something that's going to be with us for a long time, and rightly so. I think it looks really strong, looks really flexible, looks really good. So, anyway, that's just my take. One of the things that I'm very focused in and excitement about, again, it's character. Yes, it has to be hero, I grant you that, but it's pretty character independent. Ton of flexibility options there. You can run it with Cara Dune, you can run it with Ahsoka, you can run it with any of these other people that we might see. Maybe it's even worth trying to give a Qui-Gon 3PO try at it again. Whatever it may be, whatever may have you. A lot of options there, a lot of really cool stuff to look forward to. So anyway, let me know what you guys are thinking. Are there any big upgrades I'm missing here that look super good? Again, remember, it works for your gray upgrades too if you want to do execution or Axum like Qui-Gon. So tons of options, tons of flexibility. No 2 red Jarkai build necessarily has to be the same, but the archetype is there and it looks really, really strong. So anyway, that's it for me today. Enjoy your Friday, folks, and go Commando.